Welcome back. RWCW Championship Wrestling Best Girl Tournament. Tonight, Group B action. And you know what? Instead of grandstanding around explaining things that you already know, let's just get in to the first contest. It will be Hitachi Senju versus Kanekichan. You can look at your stand-ins there. Pause the video if you'd like. Coming to the ring first, it is none other than Hitachi Senju and her opponent, Kanekichan. Very fired up is Kanekichan. And I guess she should be, because she is sitting on 4 points while her opponent, Hitachi Senju, cold, hard, 0, absolutely will want to be getting out of that position. But for Kanekichan, this is about trying to keep pace with the top 3, Noriko, Takaya, Kazuna, and Kanekichan, who we will all be seeing in action here tonight. Dragging Senju a little bit more centered into the ring. And locking up with a nice STO there, and here comes that submission maneuver that looks in the ropes to me, and Kiwi-chan definitely agrees, has much better view than I do, but even I could see that. Giant swing, not in the ropes, but not enough to really get Kanekichan to even think about giving up just yet. And, oh, nice sliding under there. And now in control, get a clutch. Bit early, I think, but you never know with a pinning maneuver like that one. Nice STO there. Into the ropes and around, but not able to capitalize. Kanekichan throwing her over and throwing her over again. Great belly to belly and knees to the top of the head of Hitachi Senju. Into the ropes, but Kaneko gonna catch herself there. Dangerous backdrop, but oh, yep, Hitachi barely onto her feet first. I was going to say she wasn't really going to be able to capitalize, but she's definitely capitalizing right about now, but losing control with an Irish whip, but being able to roll, slide under Megman style. Swinging neck breaker. Kaneko now in control. Whoa, spinning chop there into that yellow turnbuckle. Up we go. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Burning hammer, but not enough to keep Kanekichan down for long. Up and floating over. Some great strikes there. Got it tied up, but Kiwi-chan calling that one in the ropes. Have to break up the pin in that instance. What are we doing here? Dragon screw leg whip off the apron and taking her back down with that drop toe hold, and can't pin her on the outside, but maybe bending the neck on the floor may do a little bit more damage than I might be giving it credit for. Another attempted pinfall on the outside. This is not falls count anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, but it is 15 minutes. Oh my god, what a destroyer, but Hitachi Senju not going for the pin. This could be her opportunity to get some points, put herself on this board. A missed cutter there. Hitachi is fired up right about now. Into the ropes and a lariat taking Kanekichan down. Into the yellow turnbuckle, but gonna get taken down with an STO, and now all of a sudden Kanekichan is back in control. Taunting sharpshooter. But kind of, I think, lands awkwardly there. Nice pin, but unfortunately in the ropes. And a dangerous backdrop. That could be it. Going for the ghetto clutch. Yep, that could be it. Right now, 2 points could have been for Hitachi Senjukahara, another pinfall attempt. And so close once again, but just barely. Kaneko may have thought she could have knocked her out with that. Onto the apron. What are we doing out here? German suplex. That is the hardest part of the ring. That's going to mess you up. And a sharpshooter for good measure on the outside. I mean, if you take out the legs of your opponent on the outside, they can't roll back into that ring. Snapping brainbuster there. But an STO. 14 count. 15. Getting in on the count of 16. Great opening contest here. And that German suplex with the bridge. A perfect bridge. And that is enough for Kanekichan to get the victory. And unfortunately for Hitachi Senjukahara, she is still sitting on a cold, hard 0 points. But for Kanekichan, that is her sitting at 6 points. Moving on to our next contest for the evening. Haruhi Suzumiya takes on Kyoko Toshino. Haruhi Suzumiya coming to the ring first. 2 points to her name. And Kyoko Toshino, as I thought she was going to be coming out first, but I was wrong. Here she is, also 2 points to her name. The winner of this match will be going on to 4 points. And starting off with an arm submission was Haruhi Suzumiya. Haruhi has not really kept her title of Iron Woman. Has not been going to time limit anymore, but was able to at least pick up a great victory, getting her to 2 points, rather than sitting at that cold, hard 0 that some others may be. Oh, a slap to the face. It took Kyoko down. Expect to see a lot of, a lot of precise grappling from someone like Haruhi Suzumiya. But Kyoko Toshino, I would say, definitely a bit more of a power competitor. Will throw you, will drive you into the mat. Haruhi throwing Kyoko into that pink turnbuckle and striking Kyoko in the back of the head. So far, I was going to say it's all been Haruhi, but that headbutt to the head may change the tides, putting it in Kyoko's favor, possibly. Nice gut-wrench suplex there from Haruhi Suzumiya. This is a big victory. Well, this will be a big victory for whoever gains it. They're both sitting at 2 points now. 4 points isn't going to put them in the lead, but it's going to still keep them following along Yoshitonic. Could that be the pinfall? Only a 1 count. And the more you start to fall behind, the less chance you have of winning this tournament. Once you start falling to a low enough amount of points, you have to rely on the idea that the rest of your opponents will consistently lose, and that, when you have to rely on something that is out of your hands, not a great position to be in. Dragging Haruhi face first along the mat there. And a DDT taking Haruhi to the mat. Great knee strike there. Kyoko in control right now. Will she be able to keep this control for long? And she is right now. And will she be able to take this control and be able to convert it into a victory and 2 more points in the standings? And not just points are important, but every victory, here's the pin and almost it. But every victory is also important just in your general standings here in the company. Great Kimura locked in. Coming out the other end of this tournament, if you may not win the whole tournament, but you can pick up some solid wins along the way, and that was almost a solid win there for Kyoko Toshino with that small package. But pick up some solid wins along the way, and you've got some opportunities in the future. You're going to keep getting brought into RWCW Championship Wrestling. You're going to keep getting paid, and maybe a championship will await you in the future. There's that arm submission once again, but in the ropes, into the pink turnbuckle, but gonna get driven face first into it. That is padded though, not the worst thing to be driven face first into, but still not quite pleasant, especially the way it would bend your neck. Being taken into the mat. 5 minutes have passed, 15-minute time limit. I don't know if we'll be getting there. Haven't so far through this tournament. Taking her over and into the STF. Oh, a low blow there from Kyoko Toshino. But being thrown over there with that gut wrench suplex. Very Greco-Roman-like throw. But nothing Greco-Roman about that maneuver right there. That running, flying chop. I haven't turned off that goddamn beep. Missed a pinfall while I was fixing some technical issues. But it was not the pinfall to finish this match. Yoshi Tonic, could that be it? Not quite enough to put Haruhi Suzumiya away. The submission locked in. Could this be it for Kyoko Toshino? No. She's still got some fight left in her, and a kick like that, sending Haruhi crashing into the mat, has given her full control right about now. Throwing Haruhi to the outside, and she's gone for a dive. The height she got over the top rope, that's a very high vertical jump to be able to achieve something like that. Combination of strikes might knock Kyoko out cold on the outside. She's a bit dazed, but getting back in. Count of 12 into the ropes, and nice takeover there. And oh my god, that was quite the pile driver. What athleticism, and trying to get Kyoko to give up with some strikes directed at the back of the head. Amusement driver. And the stunner. No, she doesn't go for the pin. What is Kyoko doing? That could have very well been her opportunity, and a double collision. Both competitors are down. Haruhi barely up first, but not in control right now. There's that flying chop. Kyoko needs to finish this one off if she wants those points, but spiked on her head. Why isn't Haruhi going for the pin? Great knee to the back of the head, but you have to pin her. You gotta get those 2 points. And got her in the mount again, but Kyoko powering her off, and that's not going for that pin when she had the opportunity. Could cost her. No, she's got the submission locked in. Kyoko is in a bad place right now, but she still powers out of it. And the small package, but unfortunately in the ropes. That very well, I think, would have been the pin right there. Almost 10 minutes into this match. They've both put in a lot of effort, and a spear. Could that be it? No, Kyoko's straight back up on her feet and trying to bait Kiwi-chan into and Kiwi-chan believes it. I think she just disqualified Haruhi and gave the victory to Kyoko Toshino. A very unusual way to pick up a victory here at this tournament, but a win is a win is a win. I say that a lot, and this is no exception. Yes, Kyoko Toshino wins by disqualification, netting her another 2 points. Interesting matchup we just saw there, but moving on to our next one, we have Tosaka Rin Tosaka even, as I usually call her, versus 2B. So Rin Tosaka coming to the ring. First, let me get a bit closer to the microphone before I start talking. And coming next, the former TV champion, 2B. There's a lot to be said about how 2B has been performing thus far in this tournament. 2B sitting at 0 points. Very, very interesting, since, you know, her initial, her run with the TV title was so great. She had many defenses with it, but has yet to pick up victory here. Rin, not quite as effective as her tag team partner over in Group A, Saber, has been, but still has managed to pick up a victory and 2 points for herself so far. This one, I think, is very important for 2B, because she loses this one, her chances of winning this tournament are slim to 0. Double axe handle to the back, taking 2B down, and some stomps. Nice super kick there. But into the ropes and a low drop kick, especially with that extra momentum from the run. A lot of damage inflicted there. Stomp to the back. Rin, I think, I would say may have been in control for the last minute and a half. But 2B taking a little bit of control right now. Oh, floating over there with the vertical suplex. I think the beginning control is really important to the overall match. I mean, you can get a lot of damage off at first. It will all add up towards the end. But at the same time, if you kind of go too hard, you can risk getting exhausted in the long run. But with 15 minutes on the clock, you don't really have to worry about, the long haul. So I guess that does give these competitors the opportunity to maybe take more of a sprint effort than a marathon. And nice elbow there from Rin Tosaka. And a lariat sending 2B into the mat. This is, I think, this is, a very important match for both competitors, for 2B to get out of that 0 point deficit, but for Rin to kind of keep a little bit of pace. I mean, going up to 4 points isn't possibly going to be the best pace, especially, oh my god, that could be it. With some competitors having the potential to move on to 8 points tonight, but keeping up any pace is better than being on 0 like 2B is, and may remain if Rin can keep up this assault. 8 count on the outside right now. We just saw a disqualification. We could very well see a count out to 16, but getting back into the ring. Sling blade, and she's going up again with just a regular splash. It's effective, however, but not effective enough to put 2B away. Neck breaker of sorts, and there's that pin sitting on the face of 2B. I don't think that's the most effective pin in the world, though. Don't have the shoulders pinned quite as nicely as you may have in another pinning kind of predicament. Don't have any legs hooked. Gives your opponent a lot of opportunity to kind of break out. Up she goes with a splash, but to the back, so couldn't go for the pin. And there's that flipping maneuver. 2B with the swinging neck breaker, and up she goes for the moonsault, and then the swanton bomb, the moonsault stomp into the swanton bomb. A great combination, and there are those heavy strikes straight to the face of Rin Tosaka. Maybe trying to knock her out, but not enough to put her away just yet. Swinging neck breaker, and drag Rin away, a bit more centered. Super kick, followed by, she usually follows that up with a pinning predicament. in the ropes. Unfortunate there for 2B, and now she may lose control. There's the pin, and 2B stays on 0 points. Rin Tosaka moves up to 4, but 2B still cannot get it together. It's really decreased since losing that TV championship. But congratulations to Rin. Moving into our next contest, Renge Miyauchi and Karen Kujo. So here comes Renge Miyauchi, 2B's good friend. Renge is sitting on 2 points at the moment. Karen Kujo sitting on a very good 6 right now, tying for the top spot in the bracket. We will be seeing the other 2 top spots in the main event, making that main event quite the stacked affair, to say the least. But here we go. Can Renge do the impossible and possibly beat Karen, the former champion, who is back, kind of in control, back on a roll since, that embarrassing loss to Serval a few weeks ago. And right now, Renge is taking complete control over the former world champion who's trying to regain her glory. For Karen, a loss here would be big, because with Noriko and Kazuna being our next contest, assumably one of those 2 are moving to 8, and you do not want to fall behind. Nice dragon screw leg whip, and kind of stomping in the back of the leg there. But Renge seems to have Karen's number right about now. She is fired up. This is a big opportunity for Renge to get a pin over the former world champion. We'll be seeing our current world champion in the main event, Noriko Takaya. There's a pin, but only a 1 count, kind of testing the waters, I believe. And back and forth we go, European uppercuts all around. Back and forth we go. And Karen with the better strikes. Not even any whiff of a 1 count there. Up and over, sending Karen to the outside. Renge is going to use this opportunity, kind of catch her breath a bit. I mean, she has been all out on this assault. I think she needs an opportunity to catch her breath, but Karen did not give her much of it, coming in with that head scissors. Throwing Renge to the outside. You don't want to be out on the outside against Karen, but that's why I think Renge immediately got back in the ring. But sending Karen to the outside again, and going to go meet her out there now. This is possibly a bit of a mistake. Karen infamously won the world title on a count-out victory. And could we are quite far from the ring. 16. If more damage had been done to Karen at this stage, monkey flip, that could have very well been a count-out loss for the former champion. Elbows to the side of the head, up and connecting with the elbow drop. Lifting Karen up. Reversing the Irish whip into the sling blade. Renge is quite impressive, and here are those vicious headbutts. Karen is able to get out, but who knows the damage that's been done, and a headlock really wrenching on the neck right now of Karen Kujo. Not enough, though, to keep her down for long, but a very powerful lariat there. Renge is fired up, but loses control. Great hip attack there from Karen Kujo. Uranagi, and a low blow. Karen still up to a no good, and a Boston Crab to follow it up. Could Renge... No, she was not going to give up there. And what's this? The pedigree. There's the pin, and very scary situation for Renge to be in there. Pop-up cutter. Renge's fired up, and as she should be, she's got the former champion on the ropes. Figuratively, not literally right now. She's not. You can see that Karen Kujo is not on the ropes right now. Head scissors takedown. Kick to the back of the knee. Gonna do a lot to screw up your vertical base. Lariat from the fired up Renge Miyuchi. Dodging out of the way of the hip attack there, up, and Death Buster, but that's got to be in the ropes. That could have been it there for Renge. All could have been in vain. There's that lariat, but Karen's right back up on her feet around the world. This is a very effective maneuver, and this could win it. It's very close, but Renge had it scouted. Knew where she was and was able to kick out. Elbow drop. Number 2. Kick to the back of the knee. Up, and there's that jumping vertical suplex. Gets just a little bit of extra height for a little bit extra impact. Elbow to the back. But Renge, I don't think she landed very well on that. Into the yellow turnbuckle. But got her in this. Oh, that's not in the... Karen's very close to the ropes, but she's not in the ropes. She is definitely in danger there. Especially with how Renge kind of was in between her and the ropes. Belly to belly. This is Renge's opportunity, but a headbutt gonna cut her off there. The kick to the back of the knee. And there it is. Deathbuster, middle of the ring. 2. Renge kicked out, and there's those headbutts. Oh, the champion, the former champion, sorry, has been busted open. This is not good for Karen Kujo, but great for Renge Miyuchi. The sling blade into the elbow drop, and nice kick there. There's the pedigree once again. But in the ropes, Renge was, I guess, just able to reach for the ropes. On the outside we go. Can't pin her out there, but with that open wound, Karen does not want to be put out for pasture on the outside. Head scissors takedown. Karen gets back into the ring. 15, 16, 17. Renge is back in the ring. Back and forth European uppercuts. Karen had the better of this exchange last time, but now with that wound, will she still have it? Spinning chop, spinning lariat, but oh, Renge, yep, she's still on her feet. There's the headbutts. Surely Karen cannot take this much. She's losing so much blood right now. She's still able to hold on into the turnbuckle. And a headbutt of her own. She doesn't care. She's already busted open. And thrown over the top. More blood spilling to the mat. There's the elbow. This is Renge's time. Possibly the biggest win of her career is about to happen. But the pedigree might crush those hopes and dreams. And it does. Karen Kujo holds on and moves up to 8 points. What an effort, though, by Renge Miyuchi in that one. Moving into our main event, I've already mentioned it. RWCW Championship Wrestling World Champion Noriko Takaya versus Kazuna Ai. Coming to the ring first, the current reigning RWCW Championship Wrestling World Champion, Noriko Takaya, 143 days as champion currently. And here we go, Kazuna Ai facing off against her both of these competitors sitting at 6 points. There's a hiss. But yeah, both of these competitors at 6 points. Who will go on to join Kanekichan at the top with 8? Will it be the champion, or will it be Kazuna Ai getting, trying to get her opportunity? And what an opportunity you would get if you beat the world champion here in this tournament contest. Overhand strike, and there is a great German suplex. Dragon screw leg whip. And a kick to the face there. Another dragon screw leg whip. Into the ropes. And a tilt-a-whirl slam to the mat. Kazuna Ai was looking quite good there, but oh, she manages to cut Noriko off. And trying to go for a cutter, possibly gonna, lose a bit of control, but the collision there allowing Noriko to take control once again, and Kazuna Ai spilling to the outside. Noriko fired up as always and looking to hold on to the tying for the top spot in the standings. Back and forth we go. And Noriko barely getting the better of that one. Already only 2 minutes in, and these two look like they've already gone to war. Death Valley driver. Kazuna Ai is not looking in the best way right about now. Another cutter. Gonna drag her a little bit out of the ropes there. And a open hand strike sending Kazuna Ai to the mat. German suplex 2 with the bridge. And almost getting the victory this early on. Pinfall attempt failing. And in the ropes for that pinfall. Kazuna Ai is not looking in a good way right about now. She was not, I don't think she was ready to go against Noriko Takaya. Not at this stage. Poison Rana. Punch to the midsection there. Noriko still fired up. Another elbow to the back and camel clutch. Kazuna Ai, that was one of the few bits of offense that she had gotten for a while, but losing that bit of control once again. Poison Rana. And I think this is the Inazuma kick coming up. 1, 2, 3. A very decisive victory there for Renge Miyuchi. You wouldn't think that Kazuna Ai was on 6 points if you only watched that match. But Noriko Takaya no longer on 6 points. Now on 8. Thank you so much for watching. Let's bring up those tables. So as you can see, Noriko Takaya and Kanekichan top of their bracket, 8 points apiece. Kazuna Ai and Kanekichan very close behind with 6. Rin Tasaka, Kyoko Toshino close behind with 4. Haruhi Suzumiya, Renge Miyuchi with 2, and Hitachi Senjukahara and 2B unfortunately still sitting at 0. Potentially a bit more of a competitive bracket than what we see in Group A so far, but we still have a lot more to go here. Thanks so much for watching. Join us tomorrow for more Group A action.